gonna like it here. Hey, it's nice to meet you. Hey, so good to see you. Hey, it's a brand new day, so much to share. Come take my hand, I'll take you there. I think you're gonna like it here. A little bit different atmosphere, like a brand new frontier. I think you're gonna like it here.
Welcome to the award ceremony of the Kitchen Innovation Award 2022. I'm here in the kitchen from the 16th century. From here, last year, our time travel began back into the past. We compared products of the past with innovations of today. And what we found was that this good old time maybe wasn't as nice, and it was very arduous. Strenuous and arduous as the past few days and weeks for many people. But in the next 90 minutes, we want to celebrate you, our winners. And for that, we've prepared quite a few things. We will again go on a time travel, but this year into the future, into the year 2035. For that, please sit down, buckle up, and let's go. Stefan, you are here now. Did you want to see what 2035 would look like? Yes, Philip, I did a great leap in time from the 16th century to 2035 in a spaceship. I didn't just lose my cup, but also something else was given to me. Not cooking on the open fire, but eating from a tube. Astronaut food. I don't know. But if you don't know us in this constellation, we are very happy that we have Philipp Bechstedt here as a navigator and captain on our spaceship. And I'm sure he will accompany us well through this award ceremony. Please, Philipp, get me back down to earth safely at the end of the event. Yes, sure. The space travel was very speedy at the moment. Thanks for having me in the spaceship. It's not always safe maybe when I'm the pilot, but I hope I can safely steer you through this. Welcome from me as well to all the international guests, all viewers, all companies, prize winners, and also, of course, the representatives of the press. Stefan, they are all in individual rooms. They are not all in one theater, right? Yes, that has technical reasons. The bandwidth doesn't suffice to have 100,000 people in one big hall, so there are lots of smaller halls that have between 15 and 20 avatars or visitors, whatever you like to call them. It's new to us as well. And there are a few small things that you have to take into account, of course. The most important thing is that the viewers can all be heard, so that you can talk to each other in the rooms just normally, like in real life. But you have to take care what you say, because you will be heard. You can move away from the people, and then it becomes the sound becomes lower, but still take care what you say. That's one thing. Technology is optimized for VR glasses or goggles. Not everyone has those, of course, and so it also works on a computer, a suitable computer. It's for a Chrome browser, optimized for a Chrome browser. If you have technical difficulties, it's maybe because you're using a different browser. Edge would also work. But if you have technical problems, they wouldn't be here. Yeah, that's true. A very good point. And you can also hang out at the bar, right? Yes, you can also do that, but maybe later after our award ceremony. And the steering or the control, I think you've found out how that works with the arrows on your board and on your laptop. And you can use the mouse function in the theater. If you go to the screen, you will see a plus and a minus, and everybody can control the volume individually in this way. So also a very important point. Apart from that, we just have lots of fun when discovering this whole thing. Can they also interact with us? Yes, of course. It's just like in real life. You can use the chat function, you can send us little hearts and so on. And I hope that everyone will do that and try out the different functions. Maybe we can try it. Could you send us a few hearts? Because we as hosts, we just need applause from you and we want recognition, especially during these times when we don't have a live audience. So it all sounds very futuristic. Just one thing, if someone has a problem, the computer breaks down, we are streamed live via YouTube, Kitchen Innovation Award DE, kitcheninnovationaward.de. There'll be a link and you can get back to the live stream on YouTube. So a very conventional, traditional live stream, and it's only been conventional for 2 years now, of course. But we are now in the future, as you can see from the background or the spaceship that we're in. But it's a world where avatars can talk to each other and where you can only meet up digitally or virtually, but at least you're closer together, or you feel closer, and that's a nice thing. I think we've now explained the functions, but still, I've had a look around. I don't really see an innovative kitchen here. Can I get something to eat somewhere? I think we can both hope that this is not all we will find here. We'll try it, of course, a little later. I'll just look around whether we can find something good to eat here. Maybe they will have roast pork in 2035. It's at least better than space food, but what we will show you is definitely better. We'll show you the innovations, the kitchen trends, and our participants. The companies really did a great job, lots of great innovations. We want to really see what a kitchen will look like in 2035. And we've collected lots of information for you that might be helpful, but also lots of product presentations. So a four-course menu is not what we will prepare here, but maybe we can present the Kitchen Innovation Award to people. The Kitchen Innovation Award, that means innovations from the field of kitchens, kitchen furniture, sinks, taps, electrical appliances, kitchen accessories. Maybe you can explain what exactly the idea behind the award is. So all these things that you mentioned make our everyday life simpler, more functional. And we have this topic that time is a critical factor. At the same time, or we can eat better if you have the right products, if you have the time. This is what comes together here. And we try with the Kitchen Innovation Award to support people by presenting the products that contribute to that, by making this simpler to achieve this combination. And the whole thing has been around, or is now, it's the 16th time, a very long time. It's unbelievable. I am really excited to see what we do for the 20th time. And in that time, more than 500 products have been awarded prizes. Today we have 48. So you've seen and experienced a lot. How is this award, how is this process done? It's a consumer's choice. That's very important. The consumer decides. But it's also a two-phase selection process. In the first step, we have an expert jury that looks at the products and evaluates them. And if the whole package is fine, then it's presented to the consumer. And the consumer then decides why the consumer. Who will buy the products? Of course, the consumers. Because even if you have the best innovative product, if it stays on the shelf and nobody buys it, it will not really help you. So it's always down to the consumer. Yes, of course, there's lots of crazy ideas, and there are inventors who want to launch crazy products that are not really usable. So you don't just have one category, but you have lots of different ones. You have functionality, user benefit, you have innovation. Why do you have so many categories? Everyone evaluates a product differently. And for one person, it's important that the kitchen looks great, that it's an eye catcher. Other people really want to work with it. And then there might be somebody else who wants easy functionality, that it's not too complex. There are lots of different facets of a product. And if all these facets are taken into account, only then you can look at a product and evaluate it as a whole. And that's why we do that. It's, of course, also complex for those who select it, the consumers. During all these years, you've had 22,000 consumer opinions, so it's a flood of information that you've collected and a feedback. And you always award a seal. And if the seal is on the product, if it sticks there, then you know that the product is really good at what it does. If I buy that, then it's innovative and also high quality. But if you can't be here today, if you're not in this virtual spaceship or in the campus, where can you find out who wins today? We don't just evaluate innovative products, but we have to be that ourselves innovative. And I think what we're doing today shows that we are very innovative. It's also a goal that we have every year, just like other companies, that we want to go one step further and improve every year. So we are trying to use all different channels, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to be present around the world. And we do that with the help of various possibilities. Our Hall of Innovation, for example, that's even nicer this year, even more beautiful. You can reach that at any time. Of course, our standard website, there you can see the list. We've already mentioned our YouTube channel. We have an end consumer platform. So this whole ecosystem that we are very present also for the participants and the winners, that's becoming stronger and stronger. And that's why we really have something to show now. Very good. So I'll speed up to the speed of light now, our spaceship. So buckle up. Are there any seats in here? I haven't seen any. But we'll see. I will find a place to sit, I'm sure. My pilot seat. Thank God. So very traditional. Last year, I think I saw the trend study. That's still around, right? Yes, it still exists. It's a major part, a major component. But now I'd like to hand over later to Mr. Putz from K&A Trend Research, and he's the expert. So that's not me who will talk about that. And as you can see from our motto, we looked at the question this year of where the kitchen will be in 2035, what it could look like. I'm very excited to see where the Kitchen Innovation Award will beam me, or where I can steer the spaceship as a pilot. I can promise you, during the award ceremony, you will hear everything about the 7 most important trends of the kitchen of the future. Don't want to keep you waiting any longer, because the kitchen of the future could be here sooner than we expect. We all know that the past few months have left traces in the kitchen. More time at home. That also meant that more new things were tried, and the positive side effect was that the cooking skills have clearly improved. Maybe not mine, but in general. most development happened with young people, younger than 18 years, and cooking became an attractive pastime for them. So this first trend, you could say that as they would, cooking is nice, is hip, is trendy. We even say this in German now. And places where you spend lots of time, you also want to feel comfortable there. And that includes a well thought out, attractive, effective kitchen that can produce more than just astronaut food. So what a transition. Before we get to our award ceremony, just a few words on the various awards per category. There's a Golden Award, the product with the best evaluation within the category. There are special awards for corporate responsible corporate governance. And last but not least, there's a best product, the product with the best overall rating across all categories. I'll tell you more about this at the end of the event. The texts, by the way, in the videos are in German, and for all our international participants, they have English subtitles, and of course we have our wonderful interpreter who is also translating into English. I hope she can hear me now. We will now get to the first two categories, kitchen furniture and kitchen equipment. Let's look at what is happening on planet Earth and what's new there. For that, we are going to the DACH region, DACH, which stands for the German-speaking region, an acronym for Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. So that was a good start. Congratulations to everyone, and we'll stick with the topic of modern kitchen equipment now. So I went to one of these elegant kitchens, and from here we can show you the second trend of the current trend study. Stefan is already chopping away. Cooking is hip and trendy, not just among young people. We are seeing a great wish to spend more time on cooking itself. That's really in the focus. So people like to invest time into the cooking procedure itself, but not in work-intensive grocery shopping, cleaning, clearing away things, or work-intensive peeling activities and chopping activities. Those are topics of the past, Stefan. But you like chopping, I guess. Philip, you forget where I'm coming from the 16th century. This was high-tech then. But seriously, it's always interesting if you do these jobs. You have to peel them first and then cut them up. These are not julienne, but normally cut or chopped carrots. How much work that is, or extracting juice, 10 minutes is nothing. Maybe there are possibilities of using these 10 minutes in a better way if you can solve the problem. But you're doing a great job here. Julien, you could also do that, of course. But I think the key word is automation. And apart from fruit and vegetables, it's great when devices can take these time-intensive working steps, optimize shopping, and also avoid food waste. That fits in really well into our times. And then you have more time to relax. For me, I like to do that with atmospheric lighting and not spending time in cooking smells. And that's not just a thing of the future. You can see that in our next category, electric appliances. For that, we are going to South Korea, back to Europe and Germany, and then to Italy. Congratulations to all winners, very innovative products, and that's why I'm in a very futuristic kitchen now. It's very futuristic, you can say. And that brings us at the speed of light to the next trend that I, as a man, am very much looking forward to. More on that in a minute, but first I want to present Susanne Nick to you. Susanne, welcome. You've been with us from the beginning, and you've seen so much, lots of products, lots of trends that you found megatrends, really, and maybe you can explain to the Generation Z out there who don't really remember what things were like in the past in the kitchen. So in the past, you have to imagine that the housewife was the lone fighter in the kitchen. She had total responsibility for everything, grocery shopping, preparation, also buying the equipment, also washing up, washing the dishes. So it was a full-time job, you can say, also very strenuous because the whole technical support and electrical power, of course, wasn't there. And then they also worked part-time sometimes, so it was a different time. But there are changes now, of course. At home, I even have to take out the trash now. You poor thing. So what's it like today with taking out the trash, you mean? No, what's the division of roles, you would say? So, Philip, you'll be surprised, but equality has arrived in the kitchen. Equal rights for men, I mean, because men and children, they both have a right to also say what they want to cook, how they want to cook, and men are also now ready to cook, and children also like to do that for family and friends, older children, of course. I used to have the small mini oven. I don't even remember. I had that too. It even worked. It was hot even. That was the beginning of my career. Yes, that was 16 years ago. Yes, exactly. So maybe coming back to what we said, my daughter's 7 years old now. Maybe she's not ready to do that, but having things cooked for you by the children, that sounds attractive. Yes, definitely. Yes, they can do it, because the good thing is that children are often introduced to cooking at an early age. They love it, they have fun, and they can really develop their cooking abilities in this way. And that means that the Generation Z that you mentioned has higher cooking abilities, and they also think they have better cooking abilities. And thanks to the internet, there's lots of advice out there, lots of help, and it's developing into this direction that the young people, actually the star chefs, if even I can make a dish, then my daughter could probably do it with the help of a YouTube tutorial. Yes, definitely. Maybe we can now go to the future, because the topic that we want to look at today is what the kitchen of the future in 2035 will look like. It's beautiful. Yes, the chairs, they are ergonomic, I think. So what will it look like? What do you think? What's new? Yeah, you have to assume that it will be more automated. I don't think that small robots will be running around between our legs, but there's this wish for support when working in the kitchen with regard to strenuous things like taking down the trash, that there are different solutions for that. And also that as help from the internet or some other source, that your own cooking abilities increase, but that you can also save time. That's something that we'll get back to later. And with the help of these new kitchen equipment, it's the idea that you can be a star chef yourself, because where you don't have the experience, somebody else will help, or a device might help you. Yes, and I'd be interested to know when we have more female Michelin star chefs, because I looked at the list just recently. It was published a few days ago. There are so many men. And I want to ask Stefan about that. Are men the better cooks? Stefan, where are you? Hello, I'm down here. I wanted to look around and see our guests. Okay, that means... Ah, there you are. Hi, Stefan. So what's it like down there? Yeah, it's nice. You're so tall. So what about equal rights at home with you? We're already in the year 2035 there. I do all the cooking. Okay, so 2035 is when all men will do all the cooking and the star chefs are all female then? Okay. Great, then you'll invite me over? Yes, I'm happy to. And please do me a favor and come back to me into the kitchen. Yes, see you in a minute. We just looked at trend number 3, equal rights in the kitchen, gender equality in the kitchen. Everybody has the same voting rights in the family. An ideal kitchen should serve the whole family, beginning with the kitchen equipment, appliances, and also the sink. That is a lot more than just a source of water nowadays. And after this important insight, we'll continue with the presentation of our winners. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the next winner block. And maybe Stefan is back from his digital world now. Ah, yes, there he is. Was it good? Yes, it was great. You really looked very chic and elegant as well. Better than now? No, I wouldn't say that. You can just watch the second part of electric appliances and kitchen sinks with us. And there's one winner product of the Grohe AG, which is still a secret. We pixeled it out. So this is very exciting, but everybody has won. Here they are, and for that we are going to the Netherlands, to South Korea, and then back to Germany. Congratulations to all winners. As you can see, these are all modern technical features that really save us work and time. So thank you to all winners, and again, congratulations. As you maybe noticed, there was a very innovative product there with regard to sustainability, and that leads us to the next topic. But no matter how technical a possible kitchen could look like in 2035, it will also become greener. We don't have to plant trees in the kitchen, as you can see behind me. But the trend definitely goes towards healthy, natural food and also more sustainability at the same time. That's what I would like to talk about in more detail with Andreas Putz. Welcome. Thank you. It's great to be here. Andreas, what you do is this whole study, right? Yes, it's a lot of work. That's true. Maybe you can tell us how exactly, or what's the special thing about this study? Yes, I'm happy to. We from K&A, we've been accompanying this award from the beginning, and what was the focus at the beginning was asking the consumers about the products, then became a trend study over the years. And we asked 1,500 interested consumers interested in cooking from 3 generations, Z, Y, and X, so across the different age groups. And because of this long-term study, we can see trends, not just ask them about one single point in time, but we can compare the various years. So trends that we derive from that are numbers-based and not just assumptions. And how many people take part? It's 1,500 participants each year, so 500 from each generation. And you do get a representative insights from that. So one trend topic, 2035, will sustainability still be it? Yes, definitely. It's clearly a trend that we don't just see for kitchen products, but in every study that we do, we are seeing this topic in one way or the other. So it's very important, especially for kitchens. It's cooking with natural ingredients. Cooking yourself has something to do with sustainability, but also materials. People like to use stone and wood. Avoiding plastic is very important when shopping, when grocery shopping. That's becoming more important. And what has come up in the past few years is saving resources, avoiding waste. A lot is happening there right now. The circular topic is also very interesting, that you bring plastic back and then get this cycle. Maybe we can talk about the different motives why people do that or want to live a more sustainable life. What did you find out about that? Of course, there's a group of people who are idealists, who think that climate change is very important and they are doing that for that reason. But that's a small group. The big topic is that it's mainstream. You like talking about the topic, and people. It makes people more efficient. If you save resources, save energy, you actually profit from that. If I eat healthily, and then I also feel more healthy. So that's very important to understand that in this context, that it has an effect on the individual people. So it's not this, maybe outdated corner, but rather it's good for your image and that it's more expensive maybe. Yes, you could say that. In our surveys, we also have the different generations, and sustainability plays a role with older people who have more money, because with younger target groups, they don't have as much money and cannot maybe afford the organic products or wood and stone in the kitchen. And when will it actually become mainstream? That's a very good question indeed. It depends, it always depends on money, of course, because sustainable products cost money. People like to use them, it's there, people look at the topic, but whether you can actually afford it, that depends on your income, of course. You can see at the moment that because of the increasing prices for oil and gas, that people are looking for alternative solutions, and they are not more expensive. Maybe we can move away from kitchens. You do lots of studies. What's it like in other industries? An exciting study we did 2 years ago, we asked homeowners a quantitative survey, lots of people, 1,000 participants, and we identified one group that thought that sustainability was very important. For example, the planet is very important to me, sustainability is very important to me, and on the basis of this survey, we called them sustainable world improvers. We invited them to an event in order to talk to them live, and what we noticed is that they have money. They have Ralph Lauren shirts, for example, expensive shoes, so that was our first impression. Sustainability wasn't a topic, but then they agreed that it's important to them. It's avoiding plastic most of all. I don't want a plastic floor, I want wood, I want marble, I want stone, which of course costs money. And what I remember most of all is the thing that they want to have a water container in their garden. They want to save water, but I wouldn't use plastic because although it's the simplest solution, they had concrete rings and they built a wall or made this water container out of bricks, which was of course more time intensive, labor intensive, but to him it seemed more sustainable. So it's actually something we have to look at, what people tell us and what's really behind it. Last week we had a study on milk. We have the glass bottle and the Tetra Packs. So we ask people, what do you prefer? They say the glass bottle. It tastes better. I can refill it. I have the sound when I close it. So there are only benefits. And when we ask them, what did you buy last time? They say, I bought the pack. It's easier. It's not as heavy. And we asked again, this glass bottle, maybe I buy once a month when I want to enjoy it. And I always take the 6-pack when I buy the different packs. So you always have to ask very closely, have to ask in detail what people actually mean. But that's what you have to take into account. And prices could of course be lowered so that it becomes sustainable to everyone. And maybe you can just buy the packs and then fill the milk into the glass bottle. Then you just have a better feeling, exactly. And if you have guests, you tell them, yes, of course, I bought it at a farm. Thank you so much, Andreas Putz, for taking the time to talk to me. Thank you and enjoy the Kitchen Innovation Award with us. Sustainability is becoming more and more present, as we just heard. Or the fourth trend could also be called Nature Goes Kitchen. And the good thing is that we can all contribute to that. In the next winner block, we will see which possibilities exist today. Let's get to the winner block, Cook and Bakeware Part 1. And we'll look around in the Czech Republic for that, also, of course, in Germany. And again, congratulations to all winners. And the colorful frying pan is what brings us to the next topic, and also to Stefan, because Stefan's chopping away again. With his whole, he can beam here with his whole kitchen block. So you seem to really like it, right? Yes, I'm working on it. I'm doing my best. No, it's just great that the trend study showed that healthy food is becoming more and more important, especially among young people, that the ingredients of a product play an ever more important role. And it's clear, of course, that a good product is good for your bodily, for your physical well-being. And so it's clear what you would prefer, fresh fish or this. It looks a bit strange. So let's stick with the healthy food, and that's also what the trend study has shown. Usually, whenever we work together, you always smell great. But at the moment, I have to say, it smells a bit fishy here. But of course, I know what the reason is. Well, fish, the trend is moving away from fish and meat towards vegan and vegetarian alternative products. And that's the next trend, because people want to know more and more what they eat and where it's coming from. At the end of the day, this is about vitamins and so on, and taking care of yourself, knowing what you eat, what you have on your plate. What would you say, for example, if kitchen appliances could tell you exactly what sorts of toxins are in the food and what it consists of, what's in there? We are in 2035. I'm sure it will exist by then. It would be great. Yes, like the kitchen here, that would be fun, actually. You don't have to do anything, basically. So I have an idea. The nutrient content of the ingredients could just be automatically shown to you during cooking, and the cooking temperature is automatically controlled. Then you have a kitchen like this. Yes, we'll go to Munich. Soon we'll go to the patent office and we'll register that patent. It's a very good idea. Yes, I just came up with that last night and I noted it down. Let's get back to the fish, because we know it's healthy. It needs a gentle cooking method, and very important, a high-performance extractor hood. I know that from my own experience. And I think if I come to Stefan's house to cook, it's true there as well, at least if you want to cook this fish. So let's look at the next winner block, the second part of the electric appliances. We will stay in Germany for that first, then we will head to Belgium. Congratulations from this wonderful sun deck at this point, and we'll stick with the topic of healthy food, because I'm sure that in 2035 lots of things will be more digital, more modern, more futuristic, but with food we'll go towards naturalness, I'm sure. It could be so nice, but we all know that it's not simple. Integrating cooking into everyday life. Most young mothers that I know also want to have a successful career. And often there's a lack of time for cooking healthily, and in order to avoid this inner conflict, appliances should support young parents and make it possible to eat healthily. And this brings us to the sixth and second to last trend. Let's call it smart kitchen as an enabler. But I'm here on this wonderful sun deck. It could be in northern Italy or maybe in Frankfurt. I'll beam myself where I can have some nice food, because I'm a bit hungry now, and maybe I can also find a few good tips on how you can cook healthily in everyday life. So beam me up, Scotty, into the professional kitchen. And I decided to go to both Italy and Frankfurt. Italy in Frankfurt, actually. Very concretely, it's in Cantina, the restaurant for me and for a healthy cuisine. And I will meet one of the bosses, Signore Buaretto. Hello. Thank you for having me. Thank you. I saw in the restaurant and also here that you're a true Italian, the whole La Familia, Mediterranean cooking. That's really at the heart of things here. Yes, it's a family tradition, but that's very important for us. What we do here is not a lifestyle, it's our life, basically. You really live that, and we will see that in the restaurant in a minute. I hope I can have some food there. Yes, of course. If you don't have a professional kitchen like here, how can you cook quickly and healthily at home? We have various dishes. We can, for example, make a great bolognese sauce and prepare that, but it needs to cook for some time, right? It needs to simmer. Yes, it needs a bit of time in order to taste better. I heard that there weren't any tomatoes in there in the past. Yes, the original recipe did not include any tomatoes because they are softer it was whiter. Today we have a different recipe. I'll just take those, okay? And then let's head over to the beautiful restaurant. I used to do that. I learned that. Very professional. But a bolognese sauce, it needs to simmer for a long time, right? Yes, 1.5 hours to 2 hours, very slowly. So it tastes very nice. So from 2 hours onwards, it becomes really nice. Yes, exactly. And there's a special reason for having bolognese here, because we are at a restaurant that represents the Emilia-Romagna region. They don't only have bolognese there, but what other products do they have? We also represent the Emilia-Romagna region, where apart from bolognese, we have Parma ham or Parmigiano and other products like aceto balsamico from Modena, and also a big selection of wines. Great. Don't you want any Parmesan cheese? That's also important. It's also from Emilia-Romagna. What sort of wine can we have now? A good Sangiovese. So the region is also well known for wine. Yes, definitely for different types of wine here in our restaurant. We present them from our region. You can take a seat now. We want to start eating. Yes, I'm happy to. I have one more question. Among your guests, do you feel that the ways of eating have changed, that people want to eat more healthily, lighter food? Yes, definitely. We can say that in the past 10 years, maybe, we see that the guests really know what they expect from us. We can't use any we don't have that at all, and our olive oil and also very important products, they are also very light and healthy, we can say. That's why Italians are so slim, and for me it's also better that I don't have not to have so much cream, because Stefan will not have me for the Innovation Award next year then. So thank you very much. Cheers to you. Very good. Buon appetito. I'm just hearing that I have to get back to the campus now, but I'll take one glass of wine. I hope that's okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Phew, if traveling is so easy in 2035, that would be great. But actually, I didn't really want to leave the poor guy with a plate of pasta, and I love tagliatelle bolognese, but I'm sure I will be able to head back to Frankfurt soon. Greetings to Otello. And I took the glass of red wine. It's timeless, definitely, and it tastes just like in 2022. Beaming really makes me thirsty. And after all these insights, we'll get right back to the winner blocks, cookware part 2, and restaurant equipment. And now we will head from Italy to the Czech Republic, further on to faraway South Korea, and then back to Germany.
Herzlichen Glückwunsch auch.
Congratulations to you. Good food is important, but also, of course, presenting your good food. And it is not without reason that I'm here in a photo studio. What used to be a nicely set table and tasty dishes for getting compliments, that's not enough today for your confirmation, for your work in the kitchen. Each dish needs to be presented beautifully and shared with the community. Please wait, I want to take a picture of my food and share it with the world. Each minute you spend in the kitchen, you want appreciation for. And I don't even mean that in a negative way. In the past, holidays and birthdays were a challenge for your cooking skills, and they were then confirmed by the happiness of your mother-in-law. Today you have self-cooked creations and dishes, and you proudly present them on Instagram and co. You could also say that it's also a feast for the followers' eyes, and that brings us to the seventh and last trend for today. Food blogger are now just as popular as some star chefs, because what you cook and how you cook it, that reflects part of your own self, and it really leads to some sort of self-efficacy. And the ladies of Epi Food from Munich can also tell us about that. I will call them with the help of FaceTime now, because traditional phones, that's also a thing of the past. It all easily works with a video call today. So first of all, I'll show you the Instagram account of the ladies. The photos look really beautiful. And now I'll try to call the two. Let's see if I can reach them. Ah, there you are. Great that it's working. Hello. Maybe you can tell us what Epi Food is. So Epi Food is a nutritional concept without dairy and refined sugar, because it's industrial foods. We founded that, Feli and me, Alex, and it was important to us that when we have a healthy eating concept that we bring to the market, that we launch, it shouldn't sound like it's too healthy, too difficult to make, but that it's feasible for everyone, that it's tasty and also has a positive influence on your health. And building on that, we developed our recipes for a cookbook. We have a website where you can read a lot of recipes in our blog. We are active on Instagram, where we take our community and inform them on health news and light recipes. We have videos on YouTube, and we have a podcast on Spotify. Very cool. And can you explain this social media phenomenon? What's your goal? Our goal is definitely to generate reach. I cook with you, basically, from my kitchen to your kitchen. It's very transparent, very approachable. We want a community for healthy eating, healthy nutrition. And what's most important to us is content creation, that we are creative, that we like to try out new trends. It's about cooking as a whole, health topics, of course. That's also our thing, you could say. And at the end of the day, we have 4 cookbooks. We will publish our 5th one, and soon we have our catering. We have great customers who support us with their products, appliances, and so on. You don't have to tell us all your secrets, but maybe you can tell us what people like the most. It's different. Of course, you have to adapt to the times, especially on Instagram. It's so much is changing from week to week, what the trends are. And we are always right in there with the help of our employees. They look at what's trendy. It's short videos. Most people don't want to see long ones. That's why we have short content that looks as tasty as possible. Mouth-watering, you could say. You want a mouth-watering effect from the first second. With Reels, TikTok, and co., we have all these short videos. You only have the first second now to convince people to perform, and that's why it's important to us to have the perfect recipe and to present it perfectly so that the users really see it from the first moment on. How did all this begin? In 2014, we founded EpiFood, but we've been best friends since school, and that's why we share this passion for nutrition. And from this book, we just shared ideas, and the book was the first product, basically. And from that, the book creation arose something else. And based on that, that's everything we are and do now. You're on Instagram, you're on TikTok, you're on Spotify, right? Yes, exactly. It's important to us to share as much knowledge as possible on as many platforms. Epigenetics is really scientific, of course, and we want to show this in a simple way to our followers and users so that it's as simple as possible, that they can understand it, because it's a complex topic, and what we want is to have EpiFood reach as many people as possible, to increase its reach, because you can improve your health with the help of healthy nutrition. Do you have life hacks for the perfect picture of the perfect plate, maybe? Yes, definitely. You have to move away from the perfect picture, because we come from this old school way of motor oil and plastic fruit and vegetables, hairspray they like to use. No, we do this in a really approachable, natural way. It looks like this for me, and you want it to look like that for you. And that's why we have a few crumbs. That's why we have things flowing down on the side. There's maybe a bit of dirt, and it's just real. If people want to see you live, what do you do there? Interaction with the users. We have a bi-weekly event that you can see on Instagram. We have expert interviews with doctors, but also mental coaches. So a whole bandwidth of how you can improve illnesses. For example, how can I use my lifestyle in order to improve stress, maybe sleep better? But we often have events that you can also join, and we hope that we can begin soon. We will cook live. We used to have a catering service for years where we made our food according to this concept. And apart from that, we also on TV. We do live interviews. There's so much. And you can look at our website or at Instagram, or also the platforms that we are on, or our newsletter. Exactly. That sounds good. There's lots of possibilities to see you live and in a recorded way. Thank you so much, Feli and Alex, too, that you have given us so many insights into social media. Thank you. Yes, we heard that kitchen appliances of the future are to support communication with followers. Live shows, cooking procedures are transmitted directly into social media from the kitchen at home, and everything should succeed perfectly. And in order for the pictures to be perfect, you need nice kitchen accessories for the party inside, but also your garden party outside when it gets warmer. We are all looking forward to having a barbecue together, right? Or should I say baking in the garden, and one award winner has also contributed to that. So let's get to the last winner block, kitchen accessories and barbecues. Travel with us from Germany, over France, and then on to Scotland. Congratulations to all winners. We are standing in front of a portal into the future right now, and we look at which topics will become important in the future. We saw that sustainability plays an important role in the kitchen. We all determine with our thoughts and actions what our life will look like now and in the future for us and future generations. Everybody can contribute every day to making the world a better place. And it's not just the big global challenges that are decisive for the result, but lots of small steps that have to be taken by as many people as possible in everyday life with innovative products and developments, and companies can support that in that way and have an influence on our quality of life in the future. Stefan, lots of small steps are necessary and everybody can do something. Do you agree? Yes, absolutely. And as you just said, it's about the small steps. And we from LifeCare.Network, within the Kitchen Innovation Award, we want to contribute to that, to making the world a better place just a little bit. And we do that by giving a special prize, a special award to companies for responsible governance. And we are always happy to hand out this award and also give them a little bit of support in this way. Yes, it's certainly a very special award and a big honor. So let's get to the special award that was awarded by the jury. Let's look at the special winner block now. Congratulations again from us for this award. On this award, it's great what you can do today. We would like to thank these winners for their commitment. And Stefan, after the special awards, we will go one step further, because this year again we have a best product, the product with the best evaluation across all the categories, so the overall winner of 2022. I announced it at the beginning of the event, and now it's time. Stefan, who's the lucky winner? This year, the best product goes to a product from the category of taps. We congratulate the Hans Grohe company with their product Aquitura M91 soda system for the best evaluation by the consumers. Congratulations. Congratulations on this great award also from myself, and now all the awards have been given out for this year, and I would like to congratulate all the winners again for a great and consumer-oriented product performance and so much innovation. The future can only be good. Let's, with this great insight or this great view on the world, let's look at the future again. What will the kitchen look like in 2035? So let's get back to the 7 trends that will accompany us in the coming years. Maybe the first trend, cooking is nice, is trendy. Mr. Putz, what does that mean exactly? For young people, cooking is fun now. Young people like to cook together, everyone's there, and I think that will remain to be the case in the future. The second trend was cooking in the focus. Maybe Stefan, can you explain what's behind this? Yes, it's about automation. You want to spend time with creative cooking and not so much shopping for groceries, cleaning, and so on. And the third trend, equal rights in the kitchen, Susanne. That doesn't mean that the hand blender now has equal rights. With the oven, you mean no. Equal rights in the kitchen means that all family members have the same voting rights, and the traditional role division is just a thing of the past. I completely agree. I just have to work on my skills a little bit. The fourth trend is nature goes kitchen. Andreas, what does that mean? Naturalness is becoming ever more important for cooking, natural ingredients, cooking yourself, but also with kitchen equipment, less plastic and at the same time natural materials like wood or stone. And the fifth one, cooking is self-care. Stefan, your topic. Consumers want to know what's inside their food, the connection between what I eat and my physical well-being. That's becoming ever more important. And eating is always has to do with the quality of life. Smart kitchen as an enabler is the next trend. Sounds futuristic, Susanne? Yes, it is. It means that all kitchen appliances, the kitchen itself, can support the cooking abilities, but what's important is that the appliance never replace or upstage the chef, the cook. They have to be able to decide what sort of support they want and what they want to do themselves. I hope that hosts or moderators won't be replaced, or star cooks, because they have abilities that automation cannot have. And then there's the trend of followers who want to feast for their eyes, and I can talk about that. You want a confirmation, you want to show the whole world what you can make, want to make them enthusiastic about your dishes and share them and present them in a great way. And we've now spent almost 90 minutes talking about food and food preparation. So maybe now we could beam ourselves to a culinary highlight. I'm really hungry, and the bolognese sauce looked really nice. Maybe we will have something similar at the after-show party. At least I hope so. but we'll see. They're often only sandwiches, but I'm sure you are prepared. At the Kitchen Innovation Award, almost anything is possible, also for the after-show parties. So that was almost it with the award ceremony. Thank you for coming with us on our time travel to 2035. Susanne, Nick from me, and Andreas Putz. Goodbye. See you next year. And the final words belong to Stefan Hansch. Bye-bye. Just a moment. I was hoping that the captain would also beam me back to Earth. So, well. Audience, prize winners, members of the press, we are very happy that so many of you were with us today. We saw lots of new products, lots of innovations, and you did not just convince us or the jury, but 1,500 consumers. A great thing to do. We hope that we will see each other next year when the motto will be Welcome to the Kitchen Innovation Award 2023. Just enjoy the room, maybe head to the bar. You have to get the drinks yourselves, unfortunately. I will try to get back to Earth in some ways so that we can see each other before 2035. Thank you so much and have a great time until then.
Come take my hand, I'll take you there. I think you're gonna like it.